Hey from the Black Queen here with another episode of Queen Reacts, and today we are getting to two videos by Sawtooth Waves. Again, formerly Brony Ocean. I don't know if I should keep saying that just so I know that that this is his name now, but yeah. The two videos I'm going to be checking out today are Reforming Tirek and what was the other one? It's the Luster Dawn one. Who are Luster Dawn's parents? So yeah, the first one is Reforming Tirek is obviously going to be a continuation of his trilogy, I'm guessing, because this seems to be the final one installment, because he had Reforming Chrysalis, Reforming Cozy Glow, and now Reforming Tirek. So interesting. Would there be a way to reform Tirek? I would think maybe Discord. Then again, we tried that and that didn't work out. Season 4 finale. So I don't know. This could be interesting because I don't really know what the key to Tirek would be. Maybe Scorpion. Because I'm looking at him right now in the first shot. So maybe if they had Scorpion come back, then maybe there could be some sort of conflict there that could eventually lead to his but then again, he thinks of him as a traitor, he thinks that his brother betrayed him. So I don't know. But yeah. And then the second one is, who are Luster Dawn's parents? Now, the popular fan theory is that they are Starlight and Sunburst's parents. Now, as much as I love that ship, I don't think that's the case. I didn't see any like when because they showed them in the last episode, much like older, and supposedly that was 20 years. So it's very weird how only 20 years does that barely aging. But I don't know. I don't know what the aging works, I guess. But yeah. Here it's 20 years, and that supposedly means that Luster Dawn is less than 20 years old, and she doesn't really look like a teenager, or she doesn't seem like a teenager at all. So what that would, only if that's the case, that because like otherwise, then the 20 years before this, she might have been born already, but like a filly or something. Like she looks pretty much as old as the Cake Twins. So yeah, and. Yeah, I just don't think that immediately after the season finale, after the series finale, that Starlight and Sunburst had a child, and that's her right there. I don't think that would be that fast, because clearly there should be a relationship before then. Though, you know, knockups always happen. I just don't think that's the case. It would be nice, just because I like the ship, but there might be something different. He might go a different direction, so I'm interested to see where he goes with that. But first, we're going to reform Tirek. So, yeah, 3, 2, 1.
Tirek, that centaur from long ago and far away, has tried to take over Equestria 3 times now. He was thrown in Tartarus after the first 2 attempts, and imprisoned in stone after the 3rd. But that may not be the end of the story. Even after all that, could this villain still be reformed? I think so. And the key to reforming him is gonna surprise you.
Oh, okay, so maybe it's not going to be Discord or...
So
well, I think Discord would surprise me.
Reform Chrysalis and Cozy Glow. If you haven't yet, definitely check those out.
I just realized he has
today we're finishing the series
rook and then a butterfly for her.
2 rib cages. Why is that significant?
Yeah.
Not.
It's
interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
But anyway, can an old centaur learn new tricks? If we're gonna figure out how Tirek can be reformed, we need to know what motivates him in the first place. Why he's always wanted all that power so badly. We don't need to look too far for this one. Luckily enough, we were given a direct answer, straight from the horse's mouth. Or from the Draconic's mouth.
Oh.
Yes. Discord called Tirek a, quote, pathetic who uses magic to...
Yeah, I like this scene right here.
Deep down, he's afraid he'll never be enough to please dear old dad, King Vorak. Yeah, and Discord
that was some
harsh, so it's safe to assume he wasn't far off.
That was some harsh pandering right there, I think.
isn't driven by power just for power's sake. He wants to prove himself to King Borak.
And yeah, that's from the comics, which I do have.
That means if we can show him that his quest for power won't truly solve his problem, we may have a case. But how do we do that? For previous villains, I've suggested pairing them up with specific people who've been through similar situations. There's something powerful about someone saying, I used to feel the same way, but then I found the solution. I think the same idea will help Tirek, because there's one other person who fits the bill. Someone who's been in Tirek's shoes and would understand his struggles perfectly. And that person is Diamond Tiara again.
No!
I think
No!
I think Diamond Tiara...
No, stop. That was a joke.
Diamond Tiara is the key to reforming Tirek.
He's joking,
What's
right?
funny is you think I'm joking. I'm
Oh.
100% serious.
Really?
As crazy as it sounds, just hear me out.
Okay.
Diamond Tiara has her own sort of king.
Okay, yeah, but that's
Her
just
mother,
a...
spoiled rich. We learn that she's completely
Okay, yeah, no, I don't think so.
and status, and pressures Diamond Tiara into the same rigid.
I don't know the reference. I know the
That's why
show. I just don't know the
Diamond used
reference.
to step on others to climb to the top. When she finally rebelled from that, this is what she had to say. You've spent your life acting like a high horse and raised me to follow in your hoof prints. At first I thought this was fine, but then I finally realized I wanted something you don't have. Friends. In that moment, Diamond Tiara realized two things. First, her mom's expectations were incompatible with what she truly needed. You can't have friends if you only care about status and wealth. Second, and this is crucial, the approval of someone who doesn't want what's best for you isn't worth seeking. Diamond Tiara could have kept following in her mom's hoofprints, but at what cost?
At what cost?
See how this applies to Tirek?
Friendship is witchcraft.
King Borak is the type of person you feel like you have to steal all
I can tell he's a fan of that
magic
now
to
because
impress.
of that show
I'm not
because
thinking his
of that
priorities
series.
are in the right place.
He's used a
Just
few
like
clips
Diamond
from
Tiara's
there.
mom, he values power over what's actually good for Tirek. That's why Diamond Tiara is the perfect person to demonstrate this. However, she's gonna need some help. Tirek's heart has been set on making his father proud for literally over 1,000 years. He must have a strong sense of family pride. He's not gonna give that up at the advice of a little
but still,
girl he just met.
I don't...
That's why I saved Tirek for last. Because one of his old comrades can put in a good word for her. I know I said keep the villains apart, but once the first two are reformed, and as long as...
Okay, yeah, okay, there we go. That's a better... That's a more convincing idea, I think.
He's worked closely with these two, making an almost unstoppable team. They're probably the closest thing he has to family right now, and I'm sure at some level he even respects them. Looking on at his old frenemies and the happiness they found, a complete picture forms. Friendship isn't the disease, it's the cure. Power will only leave you empty. And if that's the path someone wants for you, make your own path. It's on them to accept you.
I still don't think Diamond Tiara is really going to have much to do with
Even if they don't, you can always
Tirek.
count on us to have your backs. Seriously, how does that work? I think this
that is a good
Tirek
question.
needs to experience a sense of family, one that doesn't come burdened with hollow expectations. It may take a while for that sense to develop, but as long as he's shown true friendship in the meantime, he'll eventually realize it's worth far more than the approval of someone who never even cared. He'll finally give up his endless quest for power and embrace friendship. From there, I think Tirek belongs where his story began, back home to share the magic of friendship with his people. After all these years, he can make up with his brother Scorpan. Maybe there's even hope for King Borak, that he'll see the path to
he might be dead.
perhaps even
Just
following
saying.
it himself.
I mean, I know
Tirek
Tirek's alive,
set
but...
an example for the whole kingdom. His future can still look bright. But what do you think? Is there a better way to reform Tirek? Leave your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to support this channel financially, check out
I
my
do.
reward
I just because I just don't think it's
Sawtooth.
I don't think it's Diamond
And
Tiara.
thank you so much
I don't think
to
that's
everyone
the.
who already has, especially my Alicorn tier patrons: Gilded Page, Charlotte.
But I really thought he was
Sarah
joking at
Star,
that.
Oceana Love, Ghastly Spark, Maximilian HG, Cyanax and Yoshi Dark Lord, Skunkbunk, Hound Flash, Mungo Jerry, Dr. Hooves, The Nameless One, Paco Taco, Darth Sylar 12, Cameo Shadowness, Valid, Namink, and Equinox 3141. You helped make this channel possible. I'm Sawtooth Wave, signing out until Friday after next. Brohoof.
Well, that's a hot take, I gotta say. Oh wait, I have another video after this, but yeah, that's a hot take. I don't think Diamond Tiara is the answer to Tirek, because he's just I don't know. His character, his level of villainous, his level of badass villainous, I don't think matches with Diamond Tiara. If that makes sense. I mean, I think it should, but because like, I don't know. Simple parenting issues. I get the idea. They both have parenting issues, but you know what? Lots of characters do. Actually, I don't know, but yeah, lots of characters in this show have parent issues. You know, you got Starlight, Sunburst, even. Scootaloo, I guess, counts with parent issues. And I'm not going to count dead parents, so not really Applejacking them. But you know, Rainbow. Like, a lot of them have parent problems, and I guess Diamond Tiara makes more sense in comparison. I just don't think that would be the key to solving Tirek. Like, I guess I was thinking maybe Scorpion or Discord, though we tried Discord once and that didn't work. And Scorpion, do we know if he's alive? Don't know if Grogar's alive, but he was a villain last we checked. Yeah, I don't really know. I'll have to think about that one. But yeah, pretty good video. It wasn't really going in too much. It was just kind of pitching an idea and then saying why this idea could work. I don't think he was really convinced about it that much either, because he did kind of find that there was a joke. It felt like a joke to an extent. But yeah. Anyways, who are Lester Dawn's parents? We'll find out. 3, 2, 1.
After Twilight took over Celestia's school for gifted unicorns, Luster Dawn became her top student. But who is this Luster Dawn? And is it possible she's the daughter of Starlight and Sunburst?
Yeah, that's what everyone thinks.
The idea that Starlight and Sunburst are Luster Dawn's parents has been floating around for a while now.
Yeah.
Not without reason.
Only because
Based on color
the
palette, she
color.
looks like what you might expect if you were to cross Starlight and Sunburst. And speaking of Sunburst, compare his cutie mark to Luster.
That's also something I did
Father
notice.
and daughter have shining suns.
It's very
This wouldn't be
similar.
the first time we've seen similar cutie mark themes between family members.
But they're siblings.
Luster seems to have
But yeah,
Starlight's
then-
go-get-em attitude.
never mind,
with
forget what I just
Sunburst's
said.
passion for academia. Her priorities and mannerisms have Sunburst written all over them. She's a nerd. But unlike Sunburst, she's not just book smart. If Luster Dawn is the top student at the school for gifted unicorns, she must have quite the magical talent to back it up. Perhaps that
And I do kind of see
one of the
Starlight
most
in her.
Powerful unicorns in
I just don't
Equestria?
think
It's enough to raise
that
an
she's-
eyebrow. So let's investigate.
like, she seems
For
too
Luster to be
old.
the daughter of Sunburst and Starlight, Sunburst and Starlight would first have to be an item. We know these two go way back and were super close friends even as bulls. But do they ever become more than just friends?
Okay, we're asking the
To
shipping.
the future, and what do we see? Lo and behold, they're standing next to each other.
That's it.
They must be truly loved. Okay, so there's no evidence these two have ever been
That's what I was
romantically
saying.
involved. But that doesn't mean it's
And I like the ship.
impossible.
I'm just saying,
What we see of
I
them
don't think
isn't
that they were
inconsistent with a romantic
canonized.
couple. It could go either way. But there's one thing. One tiny detail that
No,
brings this
no,
whole
don't-
idea
I saw that image.
crumbling down. And his name is Spike. No, Buffer. Oh, less Buff. There we go. Future Spike.
That's Future Spike's problem.
When Luster met with Twilight in the Canterlot throne room, Spike had no clue who she was. That tells us a lot.
What? Really?
Imagine for a moment
I don't
that she was
recall
Starlight's
that.
daughter. Unlike Pinky, who had Lil Cheese recently, Starlight would have had to have Luster a lot earlier for her to be full grown.
Ah.
It couldn't have been too long after Spike and Twilight moved to Canterlot. Are we really supposed to believe that Spike and Starlight lost touch completely after moving away?
Yeah, they were very
pretty
close, especially at the
when they
end.
moved to
Yeah,
Twilight's
right there.
castle. And all it would take is one reunion for her to bring up something as significant as having a child. It just doesn't add up.
Yeah, I
Now
don't
imagine
think-
that Luster isn't Starlight's daughter. Her parents aren't in any of Spike's circles. Now it's believable that Spike wouldn't know her. So, no, I don't think Starlight is Luster Dawn's mother. Besides, we've only once seen magical power as a thing that can be inherited, and that was a special case between two alicorns. For just unicorns, great power tends to come from humble roots. So there's not
and requires great responsibility
in the first place. But notice I'm only debunking the connection between Luster and
Starlight.
I think the case for Sunburst being Luster
I don't know,
is
they
much
could still be
stronger.
close enough.
Of course, there's
I mean,
the
I get
Pokemon
the...
thing, but also she'd be following in her father's hoofprints by attending the same school. Even though Sunburst flunked out, he's always had a deep respect for the study of magic. The
I don't think so.
Showed the potential.
I don't think...
would be proud to send her to the same school he went to.
I don't think
In this
Spike
scenario,
wouldn't
it makes
have
sense
not
that Spike
known.
wouldn't know Luster. He's never
How many
been
negatives
close
was that
to
that I just said?
Sunburst, and I can easily imagine them basically forgetting about each other. Sure, they both have Starlight in common, but that degree of separation makes it plausible that Luster just never got brought up.
Yeah, but he
by
moved to
Starlight.
Ponyville.
That's why I find it likely that
And worked at the
Sunburst
school.
is Luster Dawn's father. But that leaves one question. Who, if not Starlight,
Le mother.
is the mother? Let's look at what we've gathered so far. Since Luster is likely Sunburst's daughter, and she was born not long after Twilight's coronation,
It's
the
not
mother
Twilight,
must
is it?
be someone Sunburst already knew at the time. Someone he gets along with. Maybe someone he spends a lot of time around at the School of Friendship? Someone great and powerful? You heard me right.
I don't think so, no, but still.
Could be Luster Dawn's
No.
mother. You gotta be kidding
No.
me. First he says Diamond Tiara can reform Tirek, now this? What's he gonna say next? Princess Celestia has secretly been Grogar this whole time?
Oh.
Actually. Okay, I know,
Don't you
I know, Trixie and Sunburst having Luster Dawn, crazy, right?
Yeah.
Just bear with me. When they met, Trixie and Sunburst bonded instantly over their love of magic tricks. Though this may seem
Yeah, that's
just
it.
a surface similarity, it goes deeper than just that.
Now what
Think
about Maud?
why they like magic tricks. These are both ponies who put on a show of greatness, despite magically not really being all that. During that first interaction, Sunburst said, "I always liked close-up magic, because I knew I could do it if I just practiced enough," which is more than he can say for real magic. And come on, that's just adorable. I think Trixie may have formed a small crush here. But alas, Sunburst was just visiting from his home in the Crystal Empire. That's pretty far away. Now, what would it take for her to see him around more often? Getting him a spot at the School of Friendship. And that's exactly what Trixie did. Trixie was the one who recommended Sunburst for Vice Head Stallion. She's the one who sent him the letter. I can't help but see a progression here. They have a lot in common. They make a
Yeah,
good
I can see that.
connection.
Just, no, I don't
Closes
think
in
that's...
Ponyville. They see each other a lot more often, and before you know it, Luster Dawn happens. Looking back to the future, the interactions between Sunburst and Trixie are equally ambiguous, but at least the Spike problem disappears. Neither Sunburst
don't think
nor
so.
Trixie are in Spike's circles, so it works out. I can definitely see Trixie as Luster's mom.
I don't think...
Maybe that's where she got
No.
her self-confidence from. For one final piece of evidence...
However long that period of time must have been, someone would have brought
Just
that
like
up.
Sunburst, it symbolizes a time of day, or rather night. And what's between day and night? Dawn. Just some food for thought.
Dawn.
Now, do I really think Trixie is Luster Dawn's mother? Well, it's a possibility. More likely than Starlight, at least. Though it's also very well possible we don't know Luster's parents at all. Luster could just be a random unicorn from who knows where. But what do you think? Do we know Luster's parents? If so, who are they? Leave your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to support this channel financially, check out my reward tiers at patreon.com/Sawtooth.
So I'm gonna have to watch the
And thank
episode
you
again,
so
just
much
because
for
I don't
everyone who
recall
already has,
Spike not
especially my
knowing who
Alicorn
Luster Dawn
champions,
was.
Gilded Page, Charlotte, Clayton, Evan Star, Oceana
But like,
Love,
if that's the
Cassie
case,
Fox, Max
still,
Payne HG,
this
Cyanide,
20
Dark
years,
Lord,
however old she
Mercury,
is,
Doctor Who,
which I think is over 20
Taco
years,
Taco,
but still.
Tyler 12, Cameo Shadowness,
Yeah, she could be
Airfall,
younger than
and
20 years, I don't know.
Equinox
She just doesn't seem like a
You helped
teen
make this
or
channel
anything.
possible.
And she would be
I'm
younger
Sawtooth
than that if she was
signing out
born
until Friday
after
next. Brohu.
all that. I don't know, I kind of want to wait for this to end. What was I saying? Yeah, if Spike didn't know who Luster Dawn was, I'm pretty sure in 20 years, which is how long that was supposed to be, I believe, someone, either Twilight, because she is in contact with Starlight, because it's still her school, she's just not running it. So she would have been in contact, and they are close friends. They're all. She would have. Twilight would have gone to the school at least maybe 5 times a year. I don't know. She would have gone to that school at least 5 times a year or something. And Sunburst works there, Trixie works there, and Starlight works there. That message would have gotten to Spike somehow. If he didn't, and that's if he truly didn't know who Lester Dawn was. So I'm gonna guess that Lester Dawn is, like the parents of Lester Dawn isn't really significant. It's not important. But there is that one pink pony. Never mind. I'm not even gonna go down. I'm not even gonna go with it. So yeah, this is a very odd bundle of videos right here. Yeah, it's just didn't really agree with the idea that Diamond Tiara was, and he did point that out. I'm glad he at least understands that it's a very far-fetched idea. I can understand where it's coming from both sides. I just don't think that's the case. But yeah, nothing really more to say. So hope you enjoyed the commentary. God bless, stay safe, have a nice day, and as always, goodbye.